a scion of many worlds. All I'm saying is that what does an oversized insect know of Araminta concerns? When have you ever known an Earthani to be anything but an easily frightened? What the light was that? Zavia's wheedling at the guards is interrupted as something enormous flies overhead. It's easily twice the size of any ship in any harbor, but there is nothing on it to hint how it can fly. I don't know. The guard finally answers her after so much time trying to get the idiot firewoman to say something. Get back in your room. When Lord Blue returns, he will be informed of your attempts of sabotage. Sabotage? Me? She asks, trying to sound innocent. Yes, trying to downplay my commanding effort is attempted sabotage. Attempted because it was such a bad attempt that there's no way it could work, but attempted all the same. The guard says, all but forcing her into her room and closing the door behind her. She huffs at this. The stupid peasant was, to think I used to look up to this girl. The guard's disappointed mutter brings her up short. It had been through the closed door, but clearer than anything. She tries to dismiss things, but much of what she had learned and the sense of sheer disappointment from the woman brought her up short. Had this woman been a true believer? Possibly. There was an enormous amount of support for the Lux Way among the Fireborn. Had this woman been... She pushes the thoughts from her mind and crosses the room to the balcony. Perhaps she can get another view of... Yes, the thing is still out there, hovering over the harbor and slowly lowering down. She focuses upon the sacred light and it enhances her ability to see, the foresight of her ancestors and the ability to... It's the wretched Earthani again. The beast is walking out of the thing, shortly followed by several confused-looking... Wait, she recognizes them. Sisters Lumen, Glare, Bloom, and Joy. But they're young. No, it can't be. None of the elder sisters had ever had children, having devoted their lives to the order. It had to be coincidence. Yes, mere coincidence. The order was benevolent. If they had some kind of miracle, they would have mastered it for the greatness of Miru. All right, everyone calm down. The crowd's innumerable questions and shouting drowns him out. Calm down. Not as effective. It's clear that adding his voice to the din won't let him be heard, so he does the smarter thing and remotely accesses the ship. It turns out there's a required feature in any craft designed for atmospheric travel, the horn. Everyone goes silent as a blaring noise so loud that nearby windows rattle blasts forth from the strange object. Then Jasper finds another aspect to it and grins. Hello? Hello, can you hear me now? The thing is talking. It's a golem. Isn't that the Earthany's voice? All right, that's enough of babbling over me. Yes, this is Jasper using the ship's broadcast system to be heard over you all. He says into the communicator, not even bothering to keep the enormous smile off his face. And yes, this is a ship, a minor starship as starships go, but a starship nonetheless, he continues. Now, before you ask, yes, this is an artifact left over from the Age of Miracles. Yes, the masters of the Luxway were using some of its secrets to maintain power, and from what I've been able to peruse from their private journals, they never bothered to repair it for fear of provoking others in doing the same with their own artifacts, and starting a war they couldn't win. This device is not a weapon, quite the opposite. Its original intention was to assist in the saving of lives, something it shall be used for again. Across the city, whatever conversation there was remaining dies away. What is he planning? I have found the original plans of your ancestors from the Age of Miracles. They are good, they are sound, and if not for tragedy, they would have worked. So I shall continue them. I shall honor the memory of the people that built this world. This ship was made to ferry the sick and wounded to a place of healing. Though that place of healing never had the chance to be born, the ship still has advanced facilities that can heal wounds and fight disease. We shall turn it into a house of healing itself. We shall have it soar from place to place, bringing succor and salvation to all. And so, upon this day, I christen this craft the Salvation, for that is what it is and what it shall bring. Hey, I'm getting pretty good at this speechifying thing. Maybe I might... Oh shit, it's still on. There's a scrambling noise following the muttering announcement, and after it sinks in that the ship caught and broadcasted his more private thoughts, a laugh bubbles over the city. I was bested by an imbecile, Zavia mutters, having caught the announcement. She refuses to believe that this salvation was something from the Lux way. There's no way such a thing would have been kept from her mother or grandmother. In those few short golden years there would have been something to hint at such a thing. No, this must be some kind of plot to further destroy the good name of the Lux way. It had to be. It just had to. She has to remind herself she's in public. Even captured and treated like an incompetent, it would not do for anyone to see her weep. She has to focus her mind elsewhere, try to learn who or what might have created this bizarre Orthani. It was clearly unnatural, even admitted it was. According to what she had overheard when the treacherous soldiers began speaking to the serving staff, the beast outright admitted that some mysterious watcher had crafted his body and then copied his mind from another to craft him. Her attention is drawn away from inwards contemplation as the beast begins speaking again. All right, back on to serious affairs. I have found the remainder of the heads of the Lux way. They were undergoing a process to cheat death and grow younger, but they were using it improperly and slowly losing their memories. I have taken the liberty of removing the journals and diaries they used to regain their old selves and spoken to their new selves. They have agreed to operate the Salvation as a free house of healing for all, as what memories they have retained include much on how to run it. It shall move from major city to major city on monthly basis. Let all who come here be healed. For those that doubt their level of skill, do not fret, for I will be bringing in trained healing masters from the Star Seekers to ensure that no matter what ails you, that there shall be healing and comfort found. A free hospital? Where is he going to get the resources for that? And I understand, Jasper says. Okay. I understand. Perhaps he's already losing control of the situation? It would be wonderfully poetic if the usurping wretch were torn apart on their first day as a tyrant. Enough! Their memories are wiped and gone. Whoever they were when they began the healing sleep has been reduced to nothing more than a dream. Those women are dead, and I will not have the innocent slaughtered for the crimes of the guilty. We are not animals. We are not savages, and we will not be descending into such barbarism. To punish one person for the crimes of another is wrong. Well, that was passionate. Are her people digging into a deep and dirty wound? Why does it matter? Because redemption is important. It's sacred and solemn, and had I the power, then all I had killed would be alive and given the chance to make amends for all they have done. A dead person is nothing but a loss. With life there are chances anew to make amends and build. The dead are simply dead. His latest little rant brings about a pause, and she focuses. Perhaps this is the moment where all the obvious lies finally turn against the wretch. Instead, there's a cheer that resounds, and sisters Lumen, Glare, Bloom, and Joy are embraced by the crowd. What black magic is this? Why do they love him? What has he done to earn this? There is more, he announces, and she groans. Every time the beast opens his mouth, it somehow cements itself among her people all the more. I have the locations of the personal fortunes of the Lux way. You have all been staring into the jaws of a famine. I shall personally see to it that the entire fortune is used to feed you all. Let the threat of famine fall. Let us all find our bellies full and our futures bright. Relief already pours forth from the Aridus Valley. But I say more. Let there be even more for all. After I ensure that civil war does not tear Miru asunder, I will go to the Gold Lands and barter for the food needed to ensure that we all are fed, then to Greenstone to broker peace. After that, the Bright Dawn Archipelago will be persuaded to crack down on the piracy, and should they fail to see reason, then they shall see our strength. He continues, and there's no mistaking the cheering and adulation as anything but imbeciles. Why can't they see just how suspicious and unreliable such a creature is? The beast is scary. It cares nothing for our traditions or ways. Why do they love it? She demands, and is cut off by a knocking at her door. She turns away to ignore the knocking, but it persists. In fact, it more than persists, it grows to be completely insistent and utterly annoying, just a constant knocking sound that outright compels her to answer the damnable door. Finally, I was wondering if you were deaf. The Lyrak woman on the other side states. She's wearing the cloak of the Star Seekers and carrying a bag with books to her side. Well, if they're sending a scholar with tomes, then this is actually a fair treatment. No merely preoccupied. I take it you're my jailer's choice of teacher? She asks the animal walking like a woman. I volunteered for the duty. I've taught many stubborn students in my times. I know the fur covers it, but I'm old. I've seen many students become masters, and a tragically misinformed royal child will be an excellent capstone to my career. Oh, excellent. I always wanted to be a random goal for a complete stranger. Ah, teenage moodiness. Makes me feel young again, she remarks with a sigh of longing. I've broken worse than you, little girl. I don't even need the switch anymore. Zavia's eyes narrow at the threat from the furry creature whose bushy tail swings back and forth a little. Now then, where do you want to begin? At the beginning? What are you even here for? Well, to start, I'm going to quiz you on what you know about the world, mathematics, logistics, and history to begin with. After that, we go into alchemy, or rather chemistry as Lord Blue insists it's actually called. There's astrology and arithmetic. Not to mention we need to check up on your levels of reading and writing and many other subjects beyond it. It won't do for someone who considers themselves royalty to be ignorant and naive. If you're to lead, then you must understand of what you speak and make the wisest and most rational decisions possible. And you think that the Lux Way has not prepared me? That half a dozen women dedicated to my upbringing would be lax in any field? Yes, the Lux Way, even at its best, was overly concerned with Erumenta affairs, and while you and your people are a significant portion of the world, there is more to the world than the Erumenta. Knowing how to deal with the Metak is important when you have vicious beasts on the borders. My own kind are often the traders you will see beyond the Yorgwa and Foza. How do you deal with the distant slaver states? There is much we need to test to see if you're willing to face the world. And does Lord Blue, as you call him, have this knowledge? Lord Blue has dealt with every situation sent his way with aplomb. He has proven himself time and again to be extremely competent in dealing with new situations and extremely well educated in numerous fields, the Lyrak explains, and Zavia's eyes narrow in frustration.